Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Baten Kaitos, Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean. It's a couple days later, for me, anyway. Could be for you, I don't know. Let's go check out Azza.
What a dreary village. It used to be more lively. Really? So what happened? You heard about it in Mintaka, right? About Operation Sweep. Azza used to be well known for its mining of iron ore. They would mine from lava caves and sell their goods to the capital. But about a year ago, the villagers reduced their shipments to the Empire a great deal. The reason being simple fatigue from working day after day in such harsh conditions. Before that, the people of Azza filed countless claims about the terrible working conditions, but the Empire completely ignored them. Enraged at the villagers' defiance, the Emperor ordered his army to execute all dissidents as a warning. Kill the troublemakers to spark up a little motivation, was the order if I recall. I objected to the mission. But the mission, known as Operation Sweep, was carried out as planned. Now this village is, well, just look around.
I led the operation myself. We wiped out all those in rebellion against the Empire.
What? That means... Savina! You were head of the Mad Wolf unit?
I heard Lady Death has been hiding out in Inui.
You mean the one they used to call Killing Machine?
Yeah. You heard about it too, right? The Emperor and his troops supposedly went to Inui to carry out part of some secret plan. Some of the troops apparently saw Lady Death out there.
Are you serious? It's been over 2 years since she disappeared. That must have been someone else. Oh, look! Over there!
Huh? What is it? What? It can't be! Let's get out of here!
What was that all about?
We'd better hurry.
Lady Death of the Mad Wolf unit. Is that who you are?
What's that? Savina, were you really a member of something called the Mad Wolf Unit?
Hey, hold up a minute. Savina, you told us you were not an Imperial soldier back in Inui.
Because I no longer am. That's all in the past.
What? But why didn't you tell us?
It's not something I'm proud of.
Great Mizudi!
Yeah, I will. Savina, what became of you after you raided this village?
Hold on, Callus. Let's not talk about it anymore. We should just focus on getting to the lava caves. Galderblade could be unsealing the last N Magnus as we speak.
All right, Shella. Let's move on.
But Savina, I never even suspected that you were Lady Death. It's hard for me to talk since I don't know your whole story, but that mission was just...
That's enough, Leon. Everyone's done something they're not proud of. No use digging it up now. People have got to take responsibility for what they've done. If Savina has something she's got to make right, let her do it her own way.
I see what you're saying, but...
Lude?
Very well. The lava caves are through the village towards the back.
Let's go!
Okie doke. There are children here. No, nothing for you, child. Let's go here. Might be able to do a couple things. Oh yeah. 4 levels is alright. I'll take 4. So now we've got this issue here. That Shell is a level 5 now. Class 5. But I still don't want to take her. Because her voice is annoying. So we're not gonna. I will stymie myself a little bit here. Jav. Excuse me. Oh. I guess we turned those in. I thought we had a couple. Okay. We're gonna be here for a little bit. There's a lot that kind of gets dumped on us. Green tea, oh boy. There's my prompt. There it is. I forget what that's about. It's probably quicker to do it that way. Excuse me. Heals 200 HP, 100% chance to cure freeze. Using fire, you heal 2 against the enemy several times after using Crimson Blossom to increase 1 level. I don't care too much about that. There's a secret passage. It's like the only one in the game. Excuse me. I don't know that I much like this track being used in this village. I don't think it's sad enough.
Get out of our village, you murderer!
Sabina, snap out of it. We're on a mission here. Don't let your emotions interfere. Sabina! Hey!
Hey, Savina, you all right? Let's go. Hey, what's gotten into you, Savina?
I can't let you pass.
Stand aside. My own battle is waiting up ahead. If you don't move, I'll be forced to remove you.
Ah!
So, this is it. Pretty soon we'll see the final End Magnus. Thanks for your help. We couldn't have gotten this far without you. Ha! I knew you'd say that. I wanted to thank you one last time. There may not be another chance. Once the 5 End Magnus are together, my final wish will be granted. Then our journey together will come to an end.
Callus, our journey has just begun. Don't forget that. Ever.
Yeah, you're right, Shella. We can stop Gelderblame from unsealing the 5th End Magnus.
And then we take back others. Understood?
Listen up, troops. No one goes down without permission. Keep up or go home. Got it?
Sounds like a plan. Let's get going.
Yeah, let's go. Right back outside. There's stuff that needs doing first, like that lizard on the foreground. You gotta handle that lizard. That hat looks so heavy. So heavy. I guess we didn't need to rest. We leveled up. There are a couple other items we can get. Does need a bit of time because we got to do a lot of like item trading. We're gonna do it though because we like items, don't we? Oh, look at all that money. Okay. What do you got? Soybeans. That's pretty good. Mohawk Birdie. Usable by Mizuti. Its bravado hairstyle is intended to frighten the enemy and break morale, though none take notice. Offers high resistance to flames. That'll be handy since we're going into the fire cavern. The panther claws, because those are great. Buy that, buy that, buy that. Sure. And all the money's gone. It's all gone. That's fine. Okay. See these kids that wanted something? We're gonna give them something. And they don't really care what it is. They just want something. So we're gonna give them something. Give them a little something, something. 5 across the eyes. What we're gonna give them? Take that, kid. Rock salt. We want rock salt. We will give the children rock salt, because what kid doesn't love salt in rock form? All children, that's who. Come on, I have room for one more. Give me. I want to fill it as much as I can. We need 13 total. Well, no, excuse me. We need 21 total. We need 13 and then another 8. So, I'm gonna either speed this up or edit it out. I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, so we should have given them 15 rock salts by now after the first 13. He gives us this, which is going to be very handy relatively soon. But if we give them another 8, which means 3 more trips, we'll get something else. Something even more fancy. So I'll be right back after we've done this 3 more times. Okay. Secret recipe 7. Now, I've been neglecting to do something the whole game, and it's been kind of because I didn't really ever do it in the first playthrough. But see this SP combo thing? See how we have none of these? See how there's a million of these? 141 total. We're gonna start working on that. And look at this. There's 1,022 unique Magnus in the game. We haven't even got half of that yet. Look at this. Look at this ridiculousness. There's an awful lot. So we still got plenty to do when it comes to this stuff. But like, yeah, all the collectible Magnus is down here. Rare shot of Savina. Here's pictures of... We need a Mizuti picture. Apparently. Enemy pictures. Stuff. What I'm looking for, though, is these recipes. So, recipe 1. Devoted my life to finding special combos. Write them down. This just tells you that it's a thing. Recipe 2. Cook tasty rice. Get a pot, put rice in it, add water, put over flame. What's next? You ain't got a pot? Find the next closest thing. Use that. Get a pot, put rice, add water like before, but then after, place some charcoal down and then use fire. Strawberries, add sugar and torch them. That one's not very helpful. Sorry about the last recipe. Kind of got off track there. A lot less hair than I used to. Gotta make sure to use conditioner and that hair drying gadget. Not terribly helpful. But there is a way to do this, and we're going to discuss one such way. What we're going to want to do... Which one do we want to do first? What's going to be the most helpful? I don't know if we have... You've got the Holy Grail, which is important. But we need some... That's going to be important. These are going to be important. Deluxe red wine. Japanese rice wine. Okay. So here's how this has to work. I know. I want them to find me. I want to fight. I want to get in a fight. Have a big old fight. Because what we have to do is inside a battle, you use the 2 Magnus or 3 Magnus or 5 or 9 or whatever Magnus in order. So, like this guy heals 1 HP, 66% chance to cure death resistance plus 80. But if you read the description, often filled with refined rice wine for rituals. Well, that's sacred wine. That sounds like it could have come out of one of those. Use this on your enemies, then use light yell 1 repeatedly to gain a level. I don't know for sure what that means. So, if you use the Holy Grail and the Japanese rice wine back to back, you get one of these. And I was going to try and do that, but we got to have battles to do that. So I guess we'll just move on. Prepare to not run into a bunch of fights, though. I hate to tell you that. We got it. We got more work to do first.
You won't budge. If we can't even get through the door, it's hopeless.
Young man, sorry to meddle, but that ringlet on your shoulder, wasn't that crafted by a man named Georg?
Yeah. He was my grandfather.
I knew it. I could tell right away. In all the world, no one but Georg would be able to make such a thing. I haven't seen him in ages. How's he doing these days? Wait. Did you say he was your grandfather?
Yes. He died 2 years ago.
Died? Georg is dead. Are you sure about that? Now he's dead too. Oh, my. Hey, listen. Why don't you come to my place? There's so much I'd like to talk about.
Thanks for the offer, but we're in a hurry. We don't have time to hear about the good old days.
Come on. I know you want to get through this door. Those Imperial imbeciles charged in my cave all of a sudden and just did as they pleased. I'll take care of them in a little bit. But first, come to my place, huh? Once upon a time, I worked under your grandfather, Georg. This is his hometown, you know. Ever since he was a boy, he'd make various devices, gizmos, contraptions, you name it. I'd never met such a skilled mechanic in all my life. He was a quiet man who kept to himself most of the time, and there was something rather mysterious about him. It must have been more than 20 years ago that he just picked up and left, disappeared without a trace. Right around that time, strangers began to show up to visit with him. The visits became quite frequent, and the conversations were quite long. I knew right away that they were soldiers for Mintaka. Georg must have been evaluated by the Empire for his mechanical skills. I believe they took him in. It's only logical the Empire would want him considering his extraordinary talent. Everyone here thought so. I remember Georg had a 13-year-old son at that time named Giacomo, if my memory serves me. Later, I heard through the grapevine that the boy signed up with the Imperial troops. Not sure if it's true or not. If you claim that Georg was your grandfather, does that make you Giacomo's boy?
No way! Don't make me sick! I have nothing to do with that filthy coward!
You must have your reasons for saying that. Since that news, I hadn't heard hide nor hair of Georg or Giacomo. Most of the villagers have probably forgotten about them. Oh, and what about Larakush? He left together with Georg. I wonder how he's doing. Larakush was a talented doctor. I remember he and Georg were the best of friends. They would often get together and talk about complex theories and whatnot.
Larry Kush? That name sounds familiar. Where have I heard that? Hey, does the name Larry Kush ring a bell with you? Really? I'm impressed. Where did you hear about him? Oh yeah! It's the doctor from Sebelrai village. I'm sure his name was Larry Kush. You have a good memory. But does that mean that doctor knew Georg? He knew my grandfather?
So it seems he's alive and well. If you ever run into him again, please tell him hello for me.
Will do. By the way, sir, the door.
I know. I thought it was around here somewhere. It takes a bit of a trick to get that door open. Here it is. I'll go get the door ready. Follow me.
Almost time. Almost time for things. Excuse me. Somewhere is it over here? Grumble pen. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it. Now, I'm not going to do this dungeon in the remainder of this video. Ain't no way. There's a lot coming up, so we're going to stop early. But we will do some recipe stuff.
There you go. I won't ask what you're aiming to do back in there. Just be careful.
We will. Thank you, sir.
It sounds as though the doctor we heard about in Mintaka really was your grandfather, Callus.
Yeah, seems like it. But what was he doing in Mintaka?
Callus Gabari Mizuti's perfect for this. Go grab this real quick. And we want to get rid of that. We want to have some dark defense stuff handy for everybody, so we're gonna try and make sure we're covered well enough there. And we want to go in with light, time, and water. So. Or light, wind, and water, excuse me, not time. Time's what we don't want. Increase max HP by 3%. That'd be alright, I guess. Not super concerned about that. And Mizuti. Get rid of that. From all this time and all this fire. Aqua Burst level 4 we want. Take one of those. Take those. Take those. What's your healing situation look like? Not terrible. Could be better, not terrible. Okay. Callus has an empty? He does. Ah, take that then. All right, let's see if we can make something.
This is gonna be tough.
First, take a picture.
1, 2, 3.
So we got the rice wine. That's a good start. Holy crap, buddy. It's quite the combo. He did so much fire damage. It's not very helpful. That's really not helpful. That's the bummer, is now we gotta, you know, sift through decks until we get the stuff we want. It could be real easy to just take everything out of Mizuti's deck except those two, but I don't want to do that. Uh-oh, what are you doing? It's a fuzzy wuzzy coat! Oh, now he's asleep. Why would you do that? We'll just let time run out.
Here.
Maybe that's what I'll do after the battle. Just take everything out that we're not, you know. You know, live your life, buddy.
Say cheese. Use this.
We haven't really come into any situations where we need, you know. A lot of the stuff we can make. That's why I haven't been worried about making them, but it's time to start working on it. Excuse me. The bummer is we have to do this during our attacking phase, so you can't do it during your defense phase, which makes it a little obnoxious. Wish I could just pass. Passing would be nice. We can't just pass. Really, all the best we can do is just be obnoxious while we wait. Don't need that. What's that? Get that out of there. Uh, 38, 54, 93, 30, 38. Do that one. Dang it. There we go. I want him to attack so I can defend. Not that it's doing anything for Gabari and Callus, but, you know. It does make the battle move a little quicker. Perfect. Holy Grail. Japanese rice wine. Should have worked. I don't think you have to do it in a specific order. Could be wrong. But now we can just go to town. Oh, Gabari seems to be on fire. We can fix that. Beautiful. For a second, I thought he wasn't dead. Oh, fermented wheat, key ingredient for beer. Water needed, baked at medium heat, makes into good bread. Defense plus 30. We'll take the pictures. All right, so nope, I think I had it backwards. So what we'll do First. That'll work. When do you come here?
No holds barred. This is for real.
Not quite what I wanted to happen, but you know. It'll be easier to get to it from here. We just gotta deal with these things first. He drains health. The hell? It just blew up.
Hope you're photogenic.
Put out the fire, would you, Chief?
Here.
And again, it's gonna be way at the back. Well, as long as he doesn't do that self-destruct thing again, we're gonna be fine. But he might decide to do the self-destruct thing again. You gotta get that fire armor out of your hand, Callus. I know you're on fire, Gabari. Can you just cope with it for a bit? Thanks. So last time we did the Grail first and then the wine. This time we'll do the wine first and then the Grail.
Is that all you got?
Or do you have to do them just those two? It might be just those two. I really don't remember. I don't do this often. Well, you know, the timing worked out okay.
Sweet victory.
Another one of them shadow thrusters. Read the outline if you want. We'll take the Foy Tau, I guess. Get a picture of him. And yeah. Must just be. That's my bad. I said I don't do it. Really don't do it very often. I should probably look it up. And we don't have to obviously target enemies with this. We can target us with it, you know. You do not need to pick it up to be recorded. There's another, we need more. I opened a thing, I'm looking at it. If you play another card during the character's turn is trying to form the... Yeah, it will be null and void. Don't be tempted to mess it up just to heal a little more, do some damage. As the ensuing frustration, trying to recreate the combination is usually not worth it. Okay. My bad. I'm gonna do one more try on screen because now I know what I'm doing, so I should get it. Oh, I wanted to fight the dog guy. Surprised he didn't come back. You'll do. Come here. We can't finish the dungeon right now anyway. We'll get rid of one and then deal with the other. You remember we had one combination that said, use a pot, and if you don't have a pot, use something similar to a pot, you know?
Whoa! What a bunch of pants.
That power helmet that Callus has in his inventory, that's what you would use in that situation. I think he did. Yeah, he fell over. He did. So, a sacred wine, Holy Grail plus Japanese rice wine. I just went ahead and looked that up too, since I had the thing open. Now, it would be great if I just had like 3 of each, you know, 3 wines and 3 Holy Grails. But I don't. So that's why you have to kind of do it this way. This is going to be just another one of those, you know, but it's going to be worth it because we're going to have a really good healing and reviving item. So, like all these sculpting knives and stuff we picked up, that's kind of what they're used for. You mix them with stuff when you're fighting, and you get stuff for them. We've let some go to waste, and that's fine. None of it's, you know, necessary for victory. It's just nice to have for victory. That's all. Ooh, that's paralysis. Where is it? It's gonna be the very last one, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's gonna be the very last one. There's only 4 cards left in Mizuti's hand. There's a meter on the right side that'll show you that. So Gabari's got the 6 here and then another 24. It was the last freaking card. Dag nabbit. Why couldn't you have used your fuzzy wuzzy coat? That'd have been much better. Should have used the coat. Now we gotta wait for Mizuji to get unparalyzed. No! I thought I left you with just enough you wouldn't have to do that. This is obnoxious. It's a little obnoxious, isn't it? It's kind of obnoxious. get some things out of there. I don't love the system very much. I don't know if you guys have ever picked up on that. We will be at one point playing Baten Kaitos Origins, which is the prequel to this game that was released after this game, and it does this better. Nintendo was much more hands-on with the development of that game. That's right, go back to sleep. If this happens again, I'm just gonna cut. I'm just gonna stop. We're just gonna stop, and I'll do it off screen. You'll just have to take my word for it that it happened.
Say cheeseburger.
Oh my god. It's gonna do it again, isn't it? And here's the thing. I can't use a pass with it. I have to have both in Mizuti's hand at the end of a turn, so they can both be there at the beginning of the next turn, so Mizuti can use it to get the thing. Okay, we're just gonna stop. We're gonna stop right there. And if Mizuti wants to shuffle again, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Please don't die. Okay. Just use your fuzzy wuzzy coat. We'll go back to sleep. Have you a little nap. Alright, Holy Grail plus Japanese rice wine. And yes, I could have used that on us. I didn't care. We'll be fine. Callus is on fire. We'll just go visit the store and rest, and he'll be fine.
Sorry I had to beat you to a pulp.
Ta-dam! And the nice thing is, it doesn't use up what it took to make it. Right? So we will take that. We go back to Mizuti's deck. Boom. So we can really just do that as many times as we need to get as many healing items as we need. And I think I want probably 4 of those. So I'll have to do this a couple more times. So I wanted to go back to Mintaka to do it, where the soldiers were. I should have been doing it, you know, ages ago, and I wasn't. Well, that's fine. You may have noticed in that second room that there was some lava in our way. We have to find a way to deal with that lava before we can really make any progress. And that involves another talk with our mechanic buddy, if I recall. So that's why we're not getting too much farther into the thing right now. And while I go save and call this an episode, if you do take a look at some of these, just dozens, hundreds of recipes, there are some that are consumable, you know, like defensible items. Like you can make I remember there being like a headband that would add to your defense. There's different stews and things like that. You can do like strawberry milk and flowers, and a lot of them do. Generally, is it even generally? There are a lot of status ailments that some of your recipes will solve, so they're not like wholly useful. But then I remember there being like, you can make an egg that like a super egg that heals for like 1,000 hit points or 1,500 hit points or something like that. Now the thing to remember, if you create a food out of a recipe, the food can still spoil, right? That's still a thing that can happen. So there are things like that to consider. But like if we wanted to take Mizuti here and work on something else, I don't know that we've got. Look, our chump change has changed into vintage coins. They can be sold for a high price. So let me just, if we combine a cedar tree, this right here, with a sculpting knife, that right there, we will get a pheasant carving. Can be used when attacking, but nothing happens. I think you just sell it. If you use young bamboo with any knife or sword, you get branches. You can make rotten wood. And if you take... There's 3 different carvings. There's a pheasant carving, a dog carving, and a monkey carving. And if you add the peach boy to those, you get a treasure, which I think you can just sell for a lot of money. You can make shaved ice, sea breams, sashimi. I'm looking through here. Plum and eel surprise, attack plus 86, 10% chance of confusion. Can create multiple versions of like a dark yell level 3 equals 1 primrose coin and 2 dark yell level 2s. Do a love letter, a hate-filled diary, a voodoo doll, evil ashes, a prophet's notebook, from what I understand, is very important. I never had one, so if you use a blank notebook with a magic pen, do we have a... There's a blank notebook. I don't know if we have a magic pen. Just a red and blue pencil. Oh, yeah. So if you use the blank notebook and a magic pen, you get a prophet's notebook. It's a special notebook that's powered by a prophet's magic and reveals magnets that have changed over time. And it ends up being, I think, over here somewhere. It actually ends up being an item or a selectable thing in your menu. There's a director's notebook, which is the blank notebook and the grumble pen. I'm exhausted. How am I supposed to work like this? We've taken 132 takes and he still can't get it right. A unicorn blowhorn. Rainbow emblem. John Hancock's pen. A fancy pen ideal for signing documents, autographs, or whatever else might be waiting for a John Hancock. Consolidation pay. A beetle. Grilled fish, charred fish, baked potatoes. You can make a monolith brochure. Monolith is one of the companies that worked in this. So you can make a tri-ace job offer or a tri-crescendo job offer with their pens. In the description of, is it cheese? No, of a honey. Pour a little honey on cheese, it tastes like chestnuts. I'm serious. So if you use honey and cheese, you get chestnuts. Honey heals for 80, cheese heals for 140, chestnuts heal for 220, and can cure poison. Get a stalker letter if you combine love letter 1, 2, and 3. Doodle books, ice sculptures, chicken kebabs, a paper fan, Western breakfast, the mark of death. Beautiful hair equals shampoo, conditioner, and a hair dryer. And that might just be one that's for sale. I don't know. You can get pet food. And to get another holy grail, which would be nice to have, so we can make more of this sacred wine, you combine the monolith pen and the tri-crescendo pen. So I think we'll go ahead and give those Mizuti as well. So we can combine those to get more sacred wine. We can combine these to get a sculpture. We can combine these to get more holy grails, which will mean it'll be easier to get this. One thing I want to check. Can we make Japanese rice wine? Excuse me. I don't see it in my thing. We can make lukewarm rice wine. So we just might have to track down Japanese rice wine. Anyway, now you know, and now I know, and now it's time for me to go. So I'm gonna go. Bye.